Fridays are usually a pretty big day for shipping 100% receivers, and this Friday is an especially big day because we just got caught up on a lot of different models of 762 receivers. But I got other things going on today, and I think a lot of you will be happy to hear that working on the M77 front trunnions today. And I'll show you some of the fixturing that I'm going to be working on in just a little bit. Alright, just a little fast update here. It's already the middle of the day. I got pulled off and was helping out with the receiver orders, so I don't know if I'm actually going to get as far as I wanted to on this, but my parts did show up. I got my little clamp from Mighty Bite. It's going to go between the trunnions, and I also got the steel plate that I intended on using. However, I'm a little worried right now because I forgot to account for the fact that there's just not a lot of room, and with the wider trunnions I might not be able to use the plate like I wanted to. I was going to do kind of a exact copy of what I've done previously. This works great for 100 series, AK-47 or 74s, but with these wider ones I probably should have got a wider plate, so I may just exchange that, or I do have other fixture plates that can cover the entirety of the tombstone, but I'm a little wary on doing that on a first run of these, because if I mess something up, I mess up a big piece of steel versus just messing up a little test piece. But we'll get into it and figure out if I need to or not. I mean, I got a little room up there. It'll be scraping the edge, so I'll know once I design it in the modeling software. But right now I'm a little like, Over here about to make this little, or try to do this little repair on that stripped out set screw from the other day. Sometimes I like to just wait until I'm in the mood. I gotta be in the mood to mess with this stuff where it's like, it can easily get jammed worse and have a tough time. So we'll just see how it goes. I'm gonna drill it here with a 1/8. No, sorry. This is a 110 drill bit. I want to stay right in the center of this when I'm drilling it out. It's actually a pretty long set screw. I'll take out the other side. You can see it's like definitely over 1/2 of an inch in length. And what I think happened is the tip of it mushroomed, and that's why it's not turning. And also it was just a junky set screw that had a pretty easy to strip out socket area. Actually, yeah, this is really long, so like maybe 3/4 of an inch in length. But I'm just gonna get in there. I got this special easy out, just see if I can get that thing out. It's a pretty soft set screw, as you can see. Normally when you're drilling something like this, normally you get those hardened set screws. This one is not hardened. This one's made of, looks like stainless. This should sink in there pretty good, and then we can try to turn it again. Based on how that's going, I think I'm going to go a little bit deeper. Of course, if the easy out don't work, I'm stuck drilling it out anyway. Okay, yeah, that's good. Now we can tap that in there and get a wrench on there. Matt, couldn't you find a smaller ball peen hammer? Tap wrench. see if this does the trick. Spinning. I'll take this out of here. Get a real hit on it. Okay, you're all right. She's just backing her way out. Come on. Why is that? Okay, I'm quickly losing being in the mood for this. Just how this is going. Okay, look at that. There we go. Alright. Haha, I'm the man. Okay, now, oh shit, it broke in half? Are you kidding me? Fucking A. Okay, so to review, you're not always good. This thing broke in half. This is the opposite side set screw. We drilled through, we got it to move, but the tip must be so mushroomed that it's split in half. So we're gonna drill out the best we can and then just try to hammer this out from the back. Okay, here's a little setup. We're going to try to pop this out of there. We'll use the trusty ReCreator AK-74 barrel tool. It's got more than one use. Put this through here, the punch in there, and then pray this thing moves. I drilled it as best I could until it stopped drilling. I hit the hardened boring bar, so let's see. Feeling it move. It did come forward somewhat. Here, Justin, I'll show you what I messed with while I was doing my production work today.
Okay.
That set screw that was stuck, I drilled it, I easy outed it, but it snapped in half. So I hammered it out. Oh, by the way, I got a punch stuck in here now. I got to get another smaller punch.
Yeah, that set screw broke. Yeah.
Yeah, my threads are all good here. Nothing's damaged.
You ran another one in there to check it?
Well, I can see I never touched the threads, so the threads are fine. You can see that they didn't get touched by the drill bit at all. I do have to get another punch to knock that guy out because I jammed it in there. But all in all, we'll be up and running again with the new boring bar whenever that gets there. Hopefully Monday.
It's not something we can punch through the back to get out?
Not at this size. I have to get one that reaches this way. I can't keep going this way.
Okay.
Get a smaller. But our punch sets are looking pretty shabby anyway, so we'll get some new ones.
Yeah, it's the only option is like grind back this one.
I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the wrap up for Friday. We're gonna have to. Anyway, wrapping up this Friday. Didn't really go exactly according to plan. We just ended up doing a lot of production work today, which is good because it frees us up and it gets the guys that need their stuff quicker. So there's no replacement for displacement, and having more guys working on receivers all at once is just going to get everything quicker. So now hopefully we bought a little bit of time here and we can get back on to the other new stuff we want to complete. All right, just a little update here. Total shit show getting this. This was the end of the stuck punch that was in there. It was stuck down in that hole. Immediately bent my 2 brand new punches. Ended up grinding on, where'd it go? Broke one. Just total mess. Was able to finally get it out. I necked down this one a little bit. Finally came out. Got the new set screws. So saved this $300 or $400 little adapter. I'm happy. Now I can focus on what really matters. Alright, so on to something with the M77s. This is going to be the fixture plate. This will hold the trunnions. In order to machine that, I got to get it set up nicey nice in here. And what I found was, first, this vise is out of line with these two. Because first you want to check that the part is square. When you're holding a long part like this, you run an indicator along the edge and make sure you're straight. I had it over here and it was coming out of whack. So I moved it down, checked it, it was fine. Then I ran the indicator across each individual vise. This vise must have just been put in at a different time and wasn't aligned. So I left a little note for the next setup guy. I'm not fixing it right now because it's the weekend, and on the weekend we don't do a lot of production work. We generally try to stick to stuff that prototype or just things that aren't production. So heavy thinking jobs. Then the next thing I wanted to check was to make sure this was flat, and this part has been faced before, but it did not sit flat. So I'm about to flat it with that 2-inch shell mill before we put this nicely ground plate on there and machine away for the M77 trunnions. Okay, there we have it. Nice flat plate. Now this ensures that the plate is, we already indicated Y, and now we've machined Z. So if we put an indicator in there, all right, we've got an indicator in there, and we're going to run it across and just make sure that that needle doesn't move. That you would think the indicator is broken. It's not moving. Move barely, a couple of tenths, nothing. Okay. So now we're all set up. Usually I'll machine a bore in the center of a fixture like this so I can find the center of it. It's going to align to our precision ground plate. And this is where we're going to make the pockets that are going to hold the M77 front trunnions. And then we're also going to add a pocket and a screw hole to this plate actually, and that'll hold the Mighty Bite clamp. So we have two trunnions in here. The Mighty Bite's going to push it up against the, we're going to make two side stops. I haven't made those yet, but that's the plan. You'll see soon. I was just about to bolt it down and I realized forgot to put in the pins. These pins keep it aligned to the fixture, so all that work we did getting it straight now matters. So pins in. Now I can bolt it down. This is where all those long hours at the gym come in handy. You gotta lift heavy shit like this in and out of the machine multiple times. So it took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take to get this fixture plate figured out. Spent a lot of time yesterday just working on the model and how it's all going to lay out. So I'm going to just bring you guys up to speed and show you what we got going on here. So that's the fixture plate. Here's some blocks that we have to make for the fixture plate. There'll be a clamp that goes in the middle there. These are, on this side we're going to use M77 trunnions. So there will be a total of 6 down this side. On this side we're doing RPK 74 or 47 trunnions. So you can have both of them on the same plate, just opposite sides of the tombstone. This thing's kind of turning into a lot of work to program, even though it looks like simple. It's like a big part. So a little bit of machine time. And sometimes when I've just got like, it's just going to be a long thing. It's going to take like all day to machine this. I'll just get stuff started. So real simple, like the simplest thing, just running around the outside of this part, it takes a while because it's big pieces of steel. So I've just got that running right now. And I'm going to set up these blocks in another machine and make these. And then by the time I'm rolling with that, I can get back into drilling, tapping, machining pockets, and making sure everything fits.